Greetings and salutations, fellow YouTubians. My name is Terry Andrews Jr., also known as the J5 Guru. And today, I'm going to be showing you how I put a square hole into the round eye tube for the Johnny 5. Okay? And do so in such a manner that, let's see, that this 3D printed eye vent piece, this is printed on a Form 2, a Formlabs Form 2, will go in here and it will, there we go. This is a design that myself and Ramon on our team came up with. He came up, he figured out the geometry for getting the eye vents to work correctly and stuff. And then me and him worked on, you know, the eye vent and how to, you know, squeeze everything in there and still have the eye pop feature. So, here we go. All right. Please excuse the crudity of this video, and I apologize ahead of time for any loud noises or anything like that. I'll try to move the camera around as I can to give you a better view of things. But this kind of is what it is. Okay, so I have this tube. And in the previous drilling video, I had showed you the 3D printed fixture slash jig slash holding device that I designed. So let me show you here. I'm not really set up for this. Sit back, have a drink, sip of coffee, whatever. This is, you know, this isn't going to be a short video. Okay, so make sure that there's no swarf in here from previous operations. Put this down in here. I move this over. I sight through this hole here. What I had to do is put some 440 set screws in here with points. They will go into the two existing holes. This will properly relocate this for rotation to where it was when the holes were originally drilled. What I do is I go in a little bit, sight down through there, take my set screw. Oh, let's see here. Back off. I can turn it a little. This is hard to do for you folks, and there we go. I can feel that set screw in there. I can just slightly turn that tube, and now I can, so I tighten the set screw down. That pointed piece goes into the existing hole and centers it right up. Same thing on this side, and you just barely snug it. That's all you need. That's just it's not really holding anything in there. It's just a location, a mechanism for relocating it back in this side for proper realignment. Then this side goes on, and then I go over here to my granite block, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these sides down on the granite block, make sure they're both parallel to each other, tighten everything down, and Bob's your uncle. So here we go. Sorry, you might not be able to see this too well. So go like this, put this down, make sure it's flat, make sure there's no swarf on the 3D printed flats that could skew things. And I put on my washer and my 1/4 nut. Use my 7/16 crescent wrench or spanner. My 3/16 of an inch socket head cap screw Allen wrench. Hold that down, and then I tighten this up a little bit. Right about there. Recheck it to make sure it's flat to the granite block. Any known good flat surface will work. And there we go. Ah, my furnace shut off. I can quit yelling now, hopefully. So, there we go. So there's that. So, now I've done quite a few of these. I actually did a prior video that I didn't publicly post, but I realized I couldn't get the eye-vents to fit into the eye-tube cutout, and I realized I omitted an entire step. Okay, volume might get a little bit loud. Gonna blow the swarf out of the machine here. So, this is Bear Skins and Stone Knives machining, okay? Very convoluted setup, but it does work, okay? I've done numerous pieces on here, and so far I've not really had a problem. Okay, so I have an end stop here, so that my piece cannot slide forward, and I have an end stop here so it cannot slide backward. An edge block or parallel bar here so I can align this way, and then two pieces back here that catch it on these weird angles so that it does not, so it kind of locates it. So if I put this in here, you'll see once I put it in, it really can't move. At least not a significant enough amount. We're not going to the nearest gazillionth of an inch here. If you're within 5 thou, that's perfectly acceptable. 10 thou, yeah, that would probably still work. So I put in my parallel bar through the bottom holes here. Okay, and what I do now, and hopefully I'll move the camera around to the front here so that you can see what I've done. I got my, I think they're toe clamps. I don't know. And I don't know the names of half of this crap. I just know, how to use it. And that's kind of the most important thing, I guess. I'd recommend not doing it this way. I mean, it's a way to do it. It's the way I'm doing it, but do not, you come up with a better system of holding things down and relocating them, accurately relocating them, then yeah, you go for it. If you're smarter than me, which hey, if you're watching this video, you probably are, then yeah, do it in a manner which you feel comfortable. So what I'm doing is I'm snugging up on each one of the toe clamps. And there we go. Okay, and also you notice I kind of held this right in the corner so I have my, I'm located. Now, this is PETG. Don't go cranking down on these toe clamps or, yeah, you're going to break your fixture. Slash jig slash holder. Okay, so I'm kind of using a little bit of common sense here. Yeah, that's about good there, and that's about good there. Now, when I say that you're going to get this within 5 thou, maybe 10 thou, you're holding, you're using 3D printed pieces, which are pretty good. But the material itself is only 0.625 thousandths of an inch thick. Very thin material. I'm cutting through it with a 2-flute high helix solid carbide end mill. The best the Chinese can produce. Yeah, this vibrates. You hear that? Yeah, when you're machining, it vibrates. It's not a solid, rock solid setup. But there again, Bear Skins and Stone Knives. Do what you got to do. Do what needs to be done. Let me make sure I'm still recording here. And let me grab my camera here. And we'll show you the front as promised. So my clamps in there. Okay. So I already have this set up. I have things marked out. I have some arrows on here. Oops. I have some arrows on here to let me know these are just kind of I visually, okay, I'm getting close to my end stop, and then I go to here. And same thing on this side. This is my length of travel set point. Also down here on this, I have an arrow penciled in 55 thousandths. Oops, come on, a lot of glare. 55 thousandths, and that's for the operation I had omitted before when I have to do a straight back cut. Whoops, there we go. A straight back cut on either side into this. So, okay, there we go. Oh, and so here's what, you know, this, I already have this, so it's pretty much zeroed within a few thousandths. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this up here. Again, I'm watching down here. And of course, I got to watch where my handle is so it doesn't hit my C-clamp as I am traversing over. Okay, so I'm getting close there. Close, close, close. Yep, I'm within the 100 thousandths mark. I come over here, and I got my arrows, and when I get to 90 there, the arrow is pointing that way. That tells me I'm at my end stop for this side of where I want to do my cut. Now I go to about the middle of the part, and oops, there we go. And I go down, and you'll see when I touch off, see, go down. Yep, within half a thou. I'll buy that for $1. Okay, so we know that we are, you know, the Z axis is zeroed to the top of the material. Yay! All right, so let me try. Okay, I'm going to try to do this in the best manner I can, but remember, it's more important that I am able to actually get in here and work the machine and produce a good part than it is for you to see every little thing that I might be doing. I'll try to get up here, try to go down here. A lot of this you may not be able to see. Tell you what, I'll try this. I'm trying to get it over there far enough. Well, maybe that's not as good. Okay, so right about there, I guess. That'll have to work, folks. All right, so I know I have my zero on here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this back out of the way. My table. Okay, that I can take my quill down. I think it's called a quill. I just call it the big spinny thing. All right, so there we go. Right here, I'm at 498 thousandths. I just locked off my manual feed there. Now I will take that to 518, which is my target cut depth. So I go down 14, 15, 16, 17 and a half, 18, 518 thousandths. All right, so I wish there wasn't so much glare on this, but it is what it is. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a straight cut across here. After I do this straight cut, I will go back through. That will kind of clean up that edge. I will then go down to this side, do the same exact thing. So turn down your volume now. It's going to get loud. Oh, by the way, 1/4 inch end mill, high helix 2 flute. I'm running at 1800 RPMs, which is the maximum that my machine runs, and no cutting fluid. When you start into here, you want to start slow, and then as I traverse across here, I will speed up my feed rate about 2 revolutions, or about 1 revolution every 2 seconds of the turn. So 100,000ths of an inch traveled in about 2 seconds as I'm going across here through the easy part, but at each edge where the material gets thicker as for the cutter, I will slow that down to about half of that. So yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm up to 1800 RPM. I'm now going to start my cut. Feeding in slow. Now I've cut through the bulk of the material. I will go ahead and increase my feed rate. Listen to what the machine is doing. It will tell you a great deal. It will let you know when it's unhappy. Now I'm getting to the edge. I'm going to start slowing down again. And there I broke through. Now I will traverse back through. I angle my camera down a little bit so you can see me operating the hand wheel. Now I make sure I'm out past the edge of the part. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the other end, again watching my visual. If I had a DRO, well, this would be a lot easier. Okay, I'm near the end. So now I go to here. There we go. Good there, good there. Now I can make my cut. Near the edge, you want to slow down. And then back through. All right. Now, I'm going to be cutting the back side. You want to make 3 to 4 passes. Okay, don't try to hog out all that material. And I'll show you on the front because you'll be able to probably see it better. But when I get down near to where this end's going to break through and this side's going to come loose, it's going to want to pop up. Okay, it's going to want to spring because of the high helix of the end mill and just the natural tendency. It's going to want to spring on you or move. So you really want to be careful on that last cut. You know, you basically want to have just enough on there that this thing's staying in place until you get to the very edge, and then it will just sort of pop on you. If you take too aggressive of a cut when you get over here, it will make a tremendous pop on you because you're trying to hog out too much material, and you could possibly dislodge the entire, the part. So, all right, so let me go ahead and show you this. I'm going to move forward this way a little bit. Now I'm going to come down in with my end mill. When I make contact, I'm going to go in, I don't know, about 30 thousandths. I'm going to come in a little bit more. I can see there's a thin amount of material back there, so I'm just going to go a little bit. I don't want to cut it all right now. Going a little bit more. This should be the final cut. See how you can hear it starting to vibrate? You want to slow down as you get towards the end. Okay, so that didn't cut all the way through. Got to go in. Now this will be my last cut and it will pop on this other side. Yes, I confirmed it is going all the way through. I want to go slow. Take my time. This will pop at the other side. There we go. Stop the machine right there. That's perfectly fine. Now you can go ahead and you can move this part forward this way to clear. Okay, now what I'm going to do, take off my quill lock, come up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this other side. And of course I have to watch for the handle on my machine because it's so close to my C-clamp visual indicator end stop. And there we go. And should be good. And I'm far enough away for 499. There we go. 495. Okay. I relock this. So now again I'm going to Z down to 518 thousandths. To pick up my surface. 513, 518. Here we go. All right, so you'll be able to see better. Tell you what, let me see if I can get the camera a little bit closer, a little bit better angle for you. And still, I'm able to do what I need to do here. Okay, I think that's probably a little bit better. Can I get it the hand wheel? See my hand wheels right here. See? Yay, right in front of the camera. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and show you this. Again, I'm going to back and forth, but this time this piece will drop down in, the back side will. Okay, make sure I'm away from my material. I have my 518 thousandths. I'm good there. So now what I'm going to do, you don't have to go all the way to the edge, okay? You just have to cut right up to this edge. So you don't have to worry about, you know, just as long as you don't overshoot and start cutting into the edge that you already cut. All right, here we go. I'm contacting the material. Going in a little bit more. Go in a little bit more. This will likely be my last cut across here. You'll see the piece start to vibrate on top as it becomes loose. Okay, looks like I got to go in a hair more. Again, take your time. Yep, I see it's moving now. Slow down when you get to the end. And hit stop. Now this one didn't fall down in, but as you may be able to see, actually, nope, that's still in there pretty good. Yep. I'm going to take another swipe off of that. Again, I've got the camera right in my way, so I don't have a real good angle. Okay, I took about 10 thou off there. There we go. You can see that's... So what you can do... There we go. Right on out. Now, start up again, go over a little bit, just catch that lip. That last little bit. And clean it up. There we go. So now what I need to do is I need to unlock everything, come up, come over to the middle of the inside, and then go back down. I go down about 650 thousandths. That seems to be enough of a depth on there. You don't have to be exact, as long as you're down below where you're going to be cutting in here. I'm going up to this edge. So now what I can do is visually, I can see if I rotate my cutter, yeah, I can see right about, and yep, that agrees with the 0 on my dial. So that's about at the edge where this edge starts. I come in 55 thousandths. So, I start. I'm going to come back to this edge. Minus 10 thousandths. So I don't hit that edge I already did over here. Now I'm going to come in 55 thousandths. Actually, it's going to go away from us, away from the camera. You'll hear it start to cut. There's our 55 thousandths. And now we go across. Again, don't be aggressive. Take your time. And again, when I get to this edge over here, I go within 10 thousandths. Go within 10 thousandths of this cut edge over here, so I stop 10 thousandths shy on this side, 10 thousandths shy on that side. That way I get as close to that corner as I can. Now, I move over here. This was the operation I omitted in my first video. It's very important that you cut off, that you create that that perpendicular surface, or the vent don't fit. Boy, it's really hard to do with the camera right here in my way. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I'll try to just do it little by little here. Okay, so I'm getting close to the edge. I take my end mill. Whoops. Yeah, I gotta move my camera just a hair. Okay. So I can see visually I am very close, and it's going to correspond with my dial because I'm right near the 0. So I'm going to go ahead, start it up, and I'm going to make that cut on that side. I'm up to speed. I'm going to go to 55 thousandths. And now across. And I go within my 10 thousandths. It's right there. And I am done. All right, so I hope everything stayed in focus. You could see what was going on. Let me see here. So now I disengage my Z, let that go up, and now I can go ahead and undo everything. I do it a little bit per side, this way you don't get an uneven load on that parallel bar. Some people are going, oh my god, you're using a parallel bar for that. Well, first of all, it's a pretty hefty piece of steel. Second of all, in the overall scheme of things, I'm not putting that much pressure on it. Again, this is a 3D printed fixture. How much pressure can you really put on it before things start cracking and things? By the way, PETG filament used for that. So we dump out all the swarf. Yay! Machining loves sprinkles. Okay. Can you see over here? All right, yeah, you can. Oh, first thing, undo the set screws. It is very easy to forget, but you're going to sit there and try to force it back apart, and it's not going to want to come apart, and you could end up breaking the fixture. Go here, here. If you need more information than this, I don't know what really to tell you. I'm going to ask, did you look at the CAD? Did you study the CAD? Do you understand the design and the design intent? Things of that nature, you know. Okay. I'm going to try to angle this down so that when I do this next step here, I need to clean up all this. Yeah, needs to be deburred. So I'll just go along, deburr it like that. Needle file, okay? Yeah. That's what you're going to use. Needle file, and you're just going to start deburring this. Hopefully I'm in frame here. Yep. Don't get too overly aggressive. You just want to and of course you got to do the inside also. Am I still in frame? Yeah, I guess so. Looks pretty good there. Good there. Do the sides. Pretty good there. Okay, that feels pretty good. Pretty good there. Do this side over here. I'm not in a big hurry to do this. Okay, I'm enjoying the process of something handmade. CNC has its place, and quite honestly, I wish I could have done this CNC. But yeah, there is a certain amount of satisfaction and a meditative quality to, you know, at least for me, to, you know, do it yourself. And when it's on the robot, hey man, you'd be able to like, I made that with my bare hands. Yeah. Pride in your work. So now what you need to do, and hopefully this will show up, you'll see that there's a little bit of radius at the corner. Okay. Each one of the corners. Again, take your trusty needle file. You don't have to go crazy here, and it may not even be necessary. I mean, I did radius the actual vent that goes in here, but to square up that corner, I just go in there and I'm pressing that way. A little bit there. And then I go from this side and I'm pressing down. It's not a whole lot of material there. Go to this other side here. Sorry, hopefully I'm in frame. I can't see the viewfinder. Real high-end video production here. Sorry. Trying my best, but doesn't always work out that way. Still got a little bit of a... Here we go. Down here. Pretty good there. I'm in a little bit more of a hurry than I'd normally be in because I realize that there's someone at the other end, or will be, that's going to be watching this video going, get on with it already. Alright, so here we go. The corners are as good as I can with the camera in my face. Yeah. So let me grab that vent. Alright, so here's the vent. Let's see what we got. And here we go. Looks like the bottom's going in good. And boom, that's it. Let you see the inside there. Oops, sorry. Hopefully camera's picking up. There we go. And this is, yeah, it is right to size. So, yeah, and then to get this back out, this is a case where you have to kind of lift up a little bit on this so it can clear, like that. Okay, and then you have to push up from the bottom to get that to come out like that. And then out. Very simple, very easy. Not a problem. So there we go. Sorry the video is long, but here we go. I'm not one for doing a great deal of video editing. Hopefully, geez, let me just check and make sure you can see me. Yep, okay. Yeah, I got better things to do than sit at the computer and video edit and all that other stuff. Fast forward, rewind, do what you need to do on your end to make this video at least tolerable. That's it. Terry Andrews Jr., the J5 Guru, saying bye for now and go build something cool. Alrighty, I hope you learned something.